I always find it fascinating what beauty trends they say are in for each season. So I have 21 that the insiders are saying are in for fall. Let's see if these are ones we want to participate in or not. Hello, my gorgeous ones. Welcome to Alicia Budget Beauty. My name is Alicia. Here on my channel, I love all things affordable fashion, beauty, and fragrance. I do hauls, tutorials, reviews, examinations of beauty trends, all sorts of fun stuff. So if that sounds good to you, please subscribe, stick around, be a friend. All right, you guys, I'm gonna jump right into it. I'm gonna scoot over so I can pop in some example pictures of these beauty trends. Let me just preface this by saying, these are just what they say are in, and they base it off of what they've seen, honestly, on the runways for the season. So I have my sources from Elle and What Not to Wear and Allure. You guys, wear what you want to wear. Truly, if this doesn't suit you, don't wear it. And then if it does, great. And then maybe you can adapt it in some way that is more so you and suit your style. But let me go ahead and hop right in with the beauty trend number one, and that is cool tone makeup. I happen to have some cool tone makeup on right now, actually. This is the something palette by Iconic London. I'll have the name on the screen. I cannot think of what it's called right now. It came in my Ipsy. It's actually really pretty and soft. So cool toned makeup, and they were specifically kind of saying like gray eyes, silver eyes. They didn't necessarily say like cool tone blues, cool tone pinks and purples, you know, our colorful, you know, shades that we like if we are indie lovers. They are talking more of these cool toned muted tones. So think your Ethereal palette by Makeup by Mario, slate grays, cool tone browns, silvers. That is what they mean here. I'm all for cool tones. If warm tones suits you better, then go for warm. I do find it interesting though, cool tones for fall, not saying warm tones. A lot of us think, you know, the oranges and the yellows and the reds and warm browns for fall. They're saying go cool toned, wear what you like. All right, the next one is Cranberry Lips, and I'm all for this. I think a cranberry lip is beautiful. I love like a deep blood red. I think it's beautiful for fall. I think it's really pretty even to go into winter time. And I also think it suits a lot of skin tones. I think fair skin with a deep burgundy cranberry lip is so striking and pretty, but then it's also beautiful on deeper skin tones as well. I'm thinking about doing a video soon on a lot of my lipstick collection. That's something I haven't really shown that much on my channel. I have a ridiculous lipstick collection. So let me know if you guys specifically want me to pick out cranberries and reds, because you're gonna see that coming up too. Or if you just want kind of an overall video of my lipstick collection. Next up, we have, looking down at the phone here. Okay, we have Ultra Luminous Skin. Sometimes they just kind of repackage these trends with different terms. So basically this just looks like the glowy, natural skin, like hydrated. Haven't we been doing that? This isn't nothing new, but I guess what's kind of interesting possibly is sometimes we think matte skin for fall and winter, you know, a little bit more flat, a little bit heavier, and they're saying go for bright luminous skin in the fall. I love that, so I could do that. Now this one was interesting. I've never heard of this, and I think this is actually pretty cool. This is the one that I think excites me the most because it's the most creative and something different. Y3K beauty, and what they mean by that is imagine what beauty may be in the year 3000. That is really cool to me. And the example they have here is, you know, like real exaggerated eyes and like some fun accessories and jewels, you know, like a mask but with makeup. I mean, hey, I think this is so fun. Possibilities are endless with this. You could take this and run with it. Do whatever your imagination dreams up for the year 3000. The next one is Flushed Cheeks. To me, again, this is just like rosy cheeks, doll cheeks, but they're calling it Flushed Cheeks. And Sabrina Carpenter is a big example of this, and she is a blush girly. So I guess if you're someone that doesn't wear blush, you know, the flushed cheek look is really in. So it's gonna be that sort of red, pink, like you're just like been out and about and you come in and you've got just a little bit of like coolness and your cheek just flushes, or like if you get embarrassed, that sort of natural hue to the skin is what they mean by the flushed cheeks. Okay, this is actually the other one that I really, really love. And if you're a super conservative, clean girl, girly, you probably won't like this, but Gothic Glam. I may not look like it, okay? I know I look very, you know, whatever, but I love Gothic Glam. I love it, I love it, I love it. I often say, actually told my husband the other day, I said, goth aesthetic, you know, goth girls and guys, they are the best at makeup. They are so skilled. They are so interesting and striking, and I love it. And I love this eye. And on Gigi Hadid, this sort of like interesting shaped wing that's more rectangle shaped instead of pointed, I think is really, really cool. And then the black lip, I love a black lip. So if this is too extreme for you, I would say definitely pick one or the other. You don't have to go crazy black liner and black lip at the same time, but baby steps. Maybe do a real, just don't do eyeshadow, or do like a simple little sparkle and lashes and then try a black lip. Or maybe you could go just a little more exaggerated and smoke out a little bit more and do a neutral lip. You can kind of take this as extreme or not as you want to. Now the feathery fake lashes, I don't know if this one's for me. I have a few friends who do this. My friend Carly, she's very, very talented, and she will sometimes do the lower lashes, fake lashes. And I don't know that I could pull that off. It looks awesome on her. She's so gifted. For me, I don't know. I don't know if I would look like I have spiders. I might try it just for fun, but the feathery fake lashes are in. Angelic eyes. And I wasn't really sure at first. I'm like, angelic eyes, they just look kind of plain. I mean, pretty, but just plain to me. But what it said is really like light sparklies. So light, you know, golden, champagne, silver, and, you know, fairly minimal and simple, but just that ethereal sort of look, which I do think is really pretty. Korean beauty is good for that, or, you know, even Sea Beauty, if you get into just the neutrally sparklies, can be a Kaja Beauty. That would be a good one to get. Their shimmers are very much these angelic eye shimmers. Okay, next one is sculpting with light. And that basically just means that you, instead of sculpting with your bronzer, you're really using the highlighter to show off the sculpting. So you're really going to accentuate lots of highlight in the areas that you want to look lifted and brightened, and kind of distract from the other areas by not illuminating that. Basically, it's highlighting, and you kind of have to sort of contour a little bit bronzy to show off the highlighter a little bit, but I think it's just maybe using more of the highlight to contour than bronzer. The next one, red lips. I feel like every season they say red lips is the trend, and hey, I'm all for it because I love a red lip, and it definitely makes sense, you know, come like holiday time. But fall, I don't always think red lip. So hey, if they're gonna say red lip fall, I could definitely go with that. I saw a couple of different articles that did have this as a trend, but they were specifically saying that it is different shades of red. So it doesn't have to be that true red. They had sort of a brick red as an example, or a pinky red, an orangey red, any type of a red lip, and then burgundy was the other one, or cranberry is in. So if you need to invest in some, go ahead and go for it. Now, another favorite trend, 90s grunge. Although I swear I did one of these for summer makeup trends, and I swear 90s grunge was in there too. So, I mean, maybe it's just been on trend and it's not going out of trend, or, you know, different sources are getting on the bandwagon too late, but 90s grunge, I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. I grew up in the 90s. I love everything about the 90s. If I could go back to any, you know, decade I've lived in, which, you know, now it's been 4, 80s, 90s, oh yes, 4. I would definitely go back to the 90s. I love the aesthetic. I love the makeup. I love like the punk rock aesthetic of it. I love that, you know, it was about like doing what you want to do. There were so many different styles in the 90s, you know, because you had like your Clueless, very like preppy, girly, plaid, all that. But then you also had like the 90s with the smoked out eyes and the 90s brown lip and just sort of the sloppiness, but like looked super, super cool. So I'm all for it. Love the 90s grunge, here for it. Diffused eyeshadows. I wasn't exactly sure what this meant at first, but what they kind of mean is, you know, I always talk about like, oh, I'm using the packing method. If I want to get as much pigment as possible, I'll just pack on, you know, be light-handed in the blending out. This means like putting it on and using your fingertips or using your brush to really blow it out, diffuse it where like the pigment is just sort of diffuse. I just said that, being repetitive, but you know what I'm saying. It's just the, I call it blown out too. That's a term that I use. So, you know, that your edges are just kind of more billowy, you know, instead of harsh lines. So diffused shadows is one of them. Barefaced beauty. And aren't these so funny how they're so contradictory? They're saying goth is in, like heavy, dark makeup, dark lips, dark eyes, or grunge. And then also barefaced beauty with barely any makeup. So at least there's something for everyone, right? But obviously it's just minimalistic makeup. The fresh face, the no makeup look. That's not really my style. I try, but I always feel like I just look tired. I do. I look really tired. Some people look fresh-faced and bright-eyed with minimal makeup. I look so tired, and it's like, girl, go put your lashes on. So not really for me, but if it's for you, do it. All dolled up. So we have the sort of, you know, the doll eyes, the kind of doe-eyed, doll-eyed look. So maybe your cheeks are the kind of more circular blush like a doll, or just those kind of elongated eyes. It's very kind of mod looking as well. This one pops up, goes in and out all the time, and I really like it. I mean, I think of Twiggy a lot of times whenever I think of doll makeup. So this one is back again. Okay, for brows, they're saying natural brows. So they don't mean the big, fluffy, crazy, soapy brows, you know, getting them to stick up all nuts. They also don't mean the pencil thin brows. They just mean basically however your eyebrows look is what you're rolling with. Like maybe you're filling it in some, but you're not using a lot of glue. They're not stiff. They're not overly styled. I like this, although I do think this is sort of like eyebrow privilege because not everyone has perfect natural brows. Like you got to work with them how you will. And what I always say, I think brows more than anything is you've got to do what looks best on you for brows. And I mean, you should do that with any makeup, but I just think brows more than anything because they can make a huge difference. And I never looked good with the big bushy brows. Man, I had eyebrow blindness and I went back and looked about 3 years ago, and it is a jump scare. It is horrifying. It is Freddy Krueger coming in my dreams with those eyebrows. It's not good. So I know this is what's best for me. If they're not pencil thin, they're not really thick. I try to make them look as natural as possible. This is what works for me. Next we have the subtle cat eye. So this is just taking you know, a little bit of your liner and sculpting it out for that minimal cat eye, not like your big long one out to here, but it's just going to turn up a little bit and give your eye a little bit of lift, elongate it a little bit, but not too over exaggerated. I am definitely here for that. Then we have plum toned cheeks. So plum being in as a shade for blush. And I like this because here lately I realize I have way too much blushes. I'm trying to not bring too many more in my collection. Plus I've really grown to love eyeshadows as blushes. And out of all my huge blush collection, plum shades are probably the least that I have. And when I realized that, I started to be intentional about just grabbing, if I was gonna buy some, as tempted as I would be for the beautiful peaches and pinks that I already have, I'm like, if you're gonna try a form, if you're gonna get it, get like a plummy or a purple, because you don't have as many of those. So this will really give me a chance to use them in the fall. I think it's really, really pretty. I also think it'd be pretty with that cranberry lip and a plum blush would be a beautiful combo. Next we have Hello 80s metallics. And so yes, metallics are back. They're back for the eyes, they're back for the lips. We're talking not just metallic colors like silver and gold and bronze, where you can do metallic blue, metallic purple. Danessa Meyer's Lightworks palette is a perfect one for that, or if you have any multi-chromes, duochromes. And then if you don't want to go out and you're like, okay, metallic lips are probably going to go back out come spring, then I would just use a shimmer. You can put on your lipstick, dab a little shimmer on top, seal it with a gloss so it's not too dry, and there you go. You have metallic lips. You don't have to go buy a whole bunch of new things, but we've definitely seen this start to, I think, come around here lately. Like mainstream brands are starting to put more kind of sparkly, metallic-y shimmers in their palettes when they used to be more subtle. So I think it was kind of to get ahead of this trend coming back. But I think this will be, it says fall, but I think this would be really, really pretty, obviously, come like New Year's time. Metallics are always popular at New Year's. So if you get it for fall, save it for your disco ball evening. Okay, now this one sort of goes with the highlighting or sculpting with highlight, but this is ethereally highlighted skin. So, you know, just really glowy skin is in, and specifically using something like a highlighter, not necessarily something that's sort of like a greasy base to give you a highlight, but actual highlighter. And then different shades are in too, like having a little bit of a purple hue, a blue, green, but just keeping it really ethereal, angelic, kind of fairy-like, not too over the top, but just where you have that, you know, sort of angelic glow going on over here. I have it a little bit right now, actually, I have to say. But yes, so that is going to be in. And again, I don't really think of that as fall. I think, I don't know, it gives more winter kiss or even spring light to me, but they're saying it is in for fall. Next we have a sultry, colorful eyeliner, and they kind of specifically mean using fall colors, so like burgundies and maybe like deep greens and things like that, and using eyeshadows to make your liners. Of course, you can use liquid liners as well. I used a shadow today for just a little subtle liner instead of a black. It's kind of a chocolatey brown, but you know, not just doing no liner for one, and then not just doing basic black, just having fun with your liners is in. The next one we have is a Chinese inspired glam technique. So this is, I believe, a Chinese brand, maybe on TikTok, beauty brand, but it's Doan is how you say it, I think. Doan inspired glamour. So it's that, you know, very, you know, Chinese inspired makeup look. The kind of wide eyes, a little bit doll-like as well, just kind of soft skin, the pink, like little pops and a little pout, and just those kind of big doll doughy eye is in. So I think that's fun. I think it's really, really cute. I would like to try that actually. Then we have Think Pink. So pink is in, you know, pink on the eyes, pink on the cheeks, pink on the lips, and they even mean bright pink. So, you know, you don't have to do pink, purple, green, whatever, and have colorful eyes like that. You could just do a pink liner, a pink wing, just a one and done pink on the eyes, but just think pink and think kind of bold pink. Last we have Winter Romance. I don't know why this isn't a winter trend. So maybe you can think about incorporating this end of fall, transitioning into winter, but it basically is kind of several in one. It's the flushed cheeks. It's the, you just walked in from being outside, and you know, Jack Frost has nipped that nose, nipped the cheeks. The lips are kind of blurred too, where, I mean, I don't know if that's thinking that when you're in the cold, things kind of dry up, so you don't have these glossy lips, you have that sort of blurred lip look, and it basically means it's soft, it's sort of, everything is sort of blurred and looks like you stepped in for being outside in the cold. And it does have kind of a romantic, I've always thought the blurred lipstick look is a very romantic look. It looks like you've been making out and all the gloss in the lipstick is kind of wiped off. You just have that little stain and it's smudged a little, but your lips also kind of look kind of plumper because you've been making out. And so I think it's really pretty and really cute. So that is it, you guys. Those are the trends coming up for fall. Honestly, I like a lot of them. There's none of these really that I think I would never ever do. I don't know about the feathery lashes and everything. I may try it just to see, but a lot of these are really fun to me. You guys let me know what your thoughts in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, have fun shopping, budget shopping. Bye.